Hello and welcome to this webinar, which is all about determining IR35 status, a bite-sized guide. My name is Andy Chamberlain and I'm the Director of Policy at a trade association called IPSE, the Association of Independent Professionals and the Self-Employed. We are dedicated to helping our members and the wider self-employed community. We were founded in 1999 to actually oppose IR35, but for the purposes of this webinar, I'm going to try to remain quite unbiased and just explain what the rules are and how they work, and particularly in this one, looking at how we determine status. Now, I have done a separate webinar on an introduction to IR35, which if you don't know very much about IR35 at all, you might find it useful to look at. And we've done another one as well on understanding the changes to IR35, because there were some major changes in 2017 and 2021 into who has responsibility for doing what under IR35. But in this webinar, we're going to really be looking at how we work out when IR35 applies and when it doesn't. So let's get into it. We're going to be looking at the relevant case law and what it tells us about determining status. We're going to look at the key status criteria, and the big three here are usually described as substitution, or sometimes known as personal service as well, control and mutuality of obligation, which is probably the most difficult of all the concepts to try and understand. We'll also look at what's known as the business owned account tests, or other factors that point to an engagement not being an employment. And we'll also look at the government's tool for checking status. So they've come up with something called the Check Employment Status for Tax, or CEST tool. And we're going to consider how good that tool is and how accurate it is, because it's that tool is designed to help people to come up with determinations. So how is status determined